Hello everybody, this is part 1 of my playthrough of Call of Cthulhu. My first time playing this. It was showing us 7 minutes, so I have had a quick look at it at some point, probably when I first bought it, but I can't remember anything about it, to be honest. It's H.P. Lovecraft inspired, so I'm doing this straight after the Innsmouth case, which is also a Lovecraftian type game, although a text adventure game. And in that, they actually mentioned Cthulhu, and that reminded me of this game, so I thought I'd put this on after it. So let's have a look. Enter Madness. So darkest icon is barely visible. Okay. Right then. Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. That's grim. So I can't understand that. All these evil, evil religions, or why have they always got body parts strewn on the floor? I mean, you can be evil and demonic, and still be a bit tidy. I mean, I'm not bloody, mega tidy, but awful on the floor. You know what I mean? That's taking the piss. Crouch. It's an awful way to treat your surroundings. Sorry. So I'm not going through that way. No. Told me to crouch, so is the so there must be another way. Counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with it. An object is fixed up, press X. And I don't know who I am, where I am, why I am, where I am. Apart from that, what the fuck was that? lots of big fishy things. Oh, something there. Ah! Bolt cutters. The automatically use a bolt cutters. Yeah! That's how you're going to piss about going into inventories. It's nice today.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
I'm not sure holding this man on holding on. Ah, triangle. Simple fact. Whoever said that then don't really want to be advertising your presence. Ooh. Can I pick that up? Don't like it. What the?
What a putrid offering.
What the bloody hell is that? Oh, it's a whale. I thought it was a big whale or a dolphin or something.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
It said R2 to run. Oh, maybe. It wasn't exactly called that bloody running. Oh, it's L2. Sure, that said R2.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Weird
But
looking
perhaps
buggers.
you will attempt to change your destiny.
Bloke with a intentionals for hand. I would just fucking shoot. Oh.
I hate whiskey.
You know, if you did that to me, I'd fucking hate it all. Right.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I wonder why I still take these things.
Sleeping pills. Doctors prescribed them on a return from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now the effect has been wearing off. Oh no. US is voted dry. '36 state ratifies dry amendment. Probably should.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
There we go. PS investigation agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? The case? I don't. I'm the inventory. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the lost battalion who fell. Right. What's this? Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving this skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. No character points available. Eloquence. Represents your ability to influence those you talk to by power of speech. Spotting represents ability to find hidden objects. Okay. Looks like I haven't got any points to use anyway. Darkwater, you don't have any information yet. Clues, obviously. So that puts me like that, or the what's it? That's crouch. How did I? That's it, the middle button, yeah. Actually, no, I'm enjoying that. Oh,
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
case solved. Bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed the case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Oh, I better run straight before it stops ringing.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of the skill. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving the skill increases your chance of understanding past events by analysing the crime scene or an object and picking locks. Right, let's put one on that. Spot hidden. And before I need another level of investigation. Eloquence. Oh, there's medicine. Improving the skill increases your chance of determining the dosage of a drug, making a diagnosis. Alright. Occultism represents your knowledge of all the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chance of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and expressing your knowledge of the myth. Psychology. Increase your chance of understanding the motivation of a person. Oh, right, I don't want to spread myself too thin. That's what I tend to do. I tend to like put a bit in everything. And I think that screws you up sometimes. I'm going to put one more. Put the next one in there. Right. Yeah.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
No idea if what I did was
On
any
a
good.
related
Probably
matter,
wasn't.
may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
He's a prompt investigator.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
It's supposed to be
Do
drunkards.
you know
All
to
the best
whom
ones
you
are.
speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Your notebook details your current objectives to open it. Click. Do that, right. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Right, examine the painting, examine the files. Okie dokie. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the painting first.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that he's linked to the death of his daughter.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says a fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decided on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental failure. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Right. Something's not right with this story. I read about her mental fragility in the police report. You shouldn't take this painting lightly. Find out about Warehouse 36. Where did Sarah Hawkins live?
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Right.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Where did Sarah Hawkins live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Well, I think I've accident. So that was professional. That's an unlocked answer.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater. and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Cheeky
Something's
fucker.
queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Right, so find out more about Darkwater option. We'll leave for Darkwater. Anything else? And all that remains is to leave for Darkwater. I'll certainly find something on Darkwater in my bookcase. No character points. Right. A wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area, Stephen Webster came to see me in order to investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He's ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins, ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater. The heir of the ship owner family, he used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. Fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. Simon Hawkins, the only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, he died in the fire that claimed his whole family. And I've got the painting, and then ooh, a dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Items that obtained, medicine progression. Ooh, have I gone up it? Yes. I didn't see what it was before, but ooh, maybe that. There's nothing in there that I can pick up.
I used to be an avid reader. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Case closed. The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed.
Darkwater is off the coast
there we go.
of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still unates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea god or a dream god? Sorry, was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. Today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of the small island off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Right then. Before we go, what happens if you drink? Trophy earned, except the Sarah Hawkins case. How are we doing? 30 minutes? Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and the family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set in the docks of the island Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Oh, spare me for a second. Oh, sorry about that.
What wind brought you?
Does the
Does the
Hawkins
Hawkins
case
case
mean
mean
anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his
And his
wife,
wife,
Sarah
Sarah
Hawkins.
Hawkins. Nice woman. And
Sorry
a
about that.
great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Go to the bar, talk to Bradley, talk to Fitzroy. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circle the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I could have a look and see what the local cops have got to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he has found on the Hawkins in the archives of the Harbour Master's office.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You see how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate.
Right.
It died
Died
a short time ago. Only a
Excellent
specialist
trophy
would know
earned.
what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real
Fail a
bad.
skill test. Oh,
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
I can't
That's
get past.
no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Well, I'm not going to tell him he doesn't know what he's doing, because I haven't got a clue what he's doing either. But I can't get past there. Oh, there's something over there. Ah, well, oh, I can't pick it up. Stranded whale.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Can I say, really enjoying this so far. It seems like a very interesting game. Oh,
Hey, be careful.
what did you do that for? Wasn't exactly welcoming, but that was a bit too much.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Oh. Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Order a drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
This will affect your destiny. Or
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Not speaking ill if it's
Her
true.
vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Just check there's nothing else. No.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland. Then,
I've got what I need.
anything else?
Sure.
That'll be all for now.
There's nothing more on me. Oh, I've got a character point available. Let's go for eloquence and investigation with a bit of spotting. Oh, one for the next level. Do you want to quit without validating? No, I don't. No. How do I? Oh, validate perceptions. So. Roy Mitchell, owner of the Stranded Whale. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar on Darkwater. Prohibition has no hold on the Stranded Whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows more than anyone the secrets and rumours that the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting, if the numerous trophies that decorated the establishment are anything to go by. The man will talk freely on this subject, on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about his source of liquor. Want to talk to him?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
I had the wings of the girly boys. I was as a man fly home. I'd leave all Greenslands, icy grounds, for not right wells there is no. And the weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's little comfort here. I'd sooner be snug in a dead-fall pub, a-drinking of strong beer. If I had the wings of the girly boys, I would where the men fly home. I'd leave all Greenslands,
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. With given up hope, the crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port. Late on Tuesday afternoon, the locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that has already been called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in the quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. The warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop or storage activities. You can contact him via your favourite newspaper or visit him on the docks. I wonder if that's the warehouse. Warehouse 36 or whatever. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. The miraculous catch is what the locals call the last catch of their whalers. In 1847, although the whales were disappearing from the fishing zone of the Darkwater whalers, the crew of the Scylla, 10-minute warning, made a gigantic and monstrous catch that saved the island from famine. They still celebrate this catch, and an article from the Times still decorates the bar. It's strange how the memory seems so alive, as if it was maintained by the survivors.
She will.
Occult. Ah, I have got smells of K-Soul. Learning of medicine.
Do it again, you know.
Oh,
The girl doctor. Golden. She won't stop asking.
not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Can't talk to them. Obviously some asylum. Walk and talk to him. Studious looking geezer.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its
Look at his
reader and
hand.
appear at various locations. Gifted with its own consciousness. Until it finds a new reader.
My God.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No.
We'll do it again, you know.
No, the risks are too high.
Girl doctor.
It's a book, after all.
She won't stop asking.
Pure knowledge. She will get us into trouble.
Ah. Now he mentioned... I don't know, can I say
What can I
anything else
get you?
That'll be all for me.
You mentioned a she. So I wonder whether she's the smuggler bringing in the stuff.
What you looking at, stranger?
She can certainly put them away, nothing at all. What is a woman like you doing in a
The
place like this?
clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Right.
I told you to beat it.
Okay. Right, can I... does it save and return to... Does it auto-save? Got 7 minutes left. Is he going to say the same things?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering.
Yeah.
Will follow its reader and appear at various locations.
Where was the
Gifted with its
door?
own consciousness.
Oh, here we go.
Finds a new reader.
I think this was the Arbor... Yeah, the Arbor Master's office.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman
Ooh.
cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Right then. Well, before I speak to him, I'm going to call it a night. Because I don't want to be rushing the responses to him. It's coming up to about 5 minutes before I start overwriting the start of the stream. Right, well, yeah, first look at this, I've got to say, I've enjoyed it. It's, yeah, seems like it's going to be an interesting game. Yeah, having a blast so far. Look forward to doing the next part. I hope you're having a good day, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know, keep watching the other parts. I've got plenty of other content on my channel as well. plenty of other games going on. If you fancy watching somebody make an absolute balls up of them, I'm your man. Have a good day, and I will see you shortly. Take care, everybody. Try it a bit.